Alright, I am back today with another episode for my ArkAstraeos series. Now, today I hope to try to get myself the different resource gathering dinos, such as an Arvantageous, Doedicurus, a Ankylosaurus, and there are three different ones for wood: Mammoth, Castoroides, and the Thorny Dragon. Out of the three, I think I would like to try to go for the Thorny Dragon if I can't find some beavers. I did a little bit of research, and apparently you can find beavers kind of around this area. There's like a little river somewhere around here. So I could check out that way, or I can come out here to the desert and the desert islands to find Thorny Dragons out this way. I believe I also saw a couple of Thorny Dragons over on the islands over here when I passed by earlier. Now, you'll notice that I have a Doedicurus already knocked out over here. There's a 145 right over there. There is a grasslands just past this rock. I found that one right over there. So I managed to get it down here into this little alcove right by the water and knocked it out over there. I had the footage for it, but I was recording at the time, but apparently the footage corrupted on it, so I ended up losing the footage for it, so I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to be doing for here pretty soon is I'm going to head over to the mountains off in the distance and see if I can manage to find myself a high-level Argentavis. I had a 150 Argentavis that I had recorded myself taming, but over here, whenever I was trying to get the Doedicurus in, I had an Astroraptor attack, so I ended up losing the Argentavis, and then after everything, I realized that my recording messed up for it. So I'm off to look for a new Argentavis. You also notice I got a Pteranodon here. I picked this up between episodes. I found this one kind of close by where I had my ship parked last time around. And you'll also see that I've got a Ascendant crossbow and an Ascendant pike. The crossbow I got from, I believe it was a blue drop with a ring. It's 257 crossbow, and also had a 255 crossbow, the same drop. And then just before starting this recording, I ended up getting this pike, which is a 418. So I managed to get those. The drop that I got the pike from was just up here on this little beach. A 257 and 255 Ascendant crossbow. Just came across a blue drop and got an Ascendant pike in it. Anyways, I'm going to come over here to probably the mountains over here by the obelisk to look around. I know there's a lot of Argentavis over there. I do know there's also a lot that spawn over in these mountains as well. But I was flying around earlier after I lost the other one, and I haven't found anything that was of a decent level. Everything I found, like you just saw, was level 60 or 25 or even worse. So I'm gonna fly over here, see what I can find, and hopefully I can find something, and if so, I'll bring everyone back once I do. Alright, it looks like the Doed teamed up, and I'm just over here right across the water from where I was at. But I saw this red drop coming down, so I thought I would wait and check it out whenever it did come down. Let's get rid of the Dilophosaur so I can actually check it safely. Alright. Whew. That is a nice helmet. Alright. Well, I'll be tossing that on. Might be a bit difficult to repair eventually, but at least I got a better armor helmet. And definitely need to apply the new cosmetic. I will try to repair this one at some point. I don't have the organic polymer for it. I have to go fight some mantis or something later. Alright, so I'm flying around these mountains, but I'm not seeing any RGs so far. So I'm going to head across the water over to the dark mountains over there and see if I can find anything over that way. I might also head further inland way up here because the mountain's going to be just right here. Just had to stop for stamina first, and I want to come down here and grab this drop that I just saw land. It's another blue drop with a ring. And I got my crossbow out of this, so who knows, maybe I'll find something decent in this one too. Ah, whenever I take my Megatherium, we got a good saddle for it at least. Alright, I'm back again. I just got across to the Dark Mountains, and the first RG that I saw was this one, level 150. Also, looks like there's an Astral Mammoth right over there. So I did already come over here and set up the trap. I haven't actually used this one before, but I have seen a video on it, so I wanted to try it out. I believe I just need to fly right through here. The RG will follow, and then it will get stuck. Except it flew over the trap. So I might need to come in from a little bit lower. So let's try this again. Okay, well, that didn't work out. Alright. Yeah, it's just going around it. So I'm not sure about this. It didn't even go in. Alright, let me try this again. Alright. It's in this time. So this shouldn't take too many shots. I meant, yeah, just that one shot already put it quite a bit. Okay, that one wasn't a headshot, so... And he still aggroed on me. Well, that one was definitely a headshot and a knockout shot. So I need to find some raw prime meat now. And there's this little RG right here. I can see if I can take this one out without hitting the sleeping RG. Might be a little difficult to do. I mean, it's a 150 baby, so there's no telling just how much health this thing's got. I just need to get the primate, tame up this RG. Now, since I did have one before that I lost, I've already got the saddle for it. And then I just need to go find an inking, and then after that I can go try to find a thorny dragon or Astraeos. I kind of prefer the thorny dragon, just because they do have a little bit better of a movement speed. I just don't know which one, like between the mammoth, the Astraeos, and the thorny dragon. Like I don't actually know which one is the better for wood gathering. Alright, I got a little bit of prime there. It's not a whole lot, but it'll definitely help. I just need to get my PT back over here. I really should consider investing into some grapple hooks. Alright, I got some prime meat on the RG currently. And I'm seeing a red drop coming down over here, so I might go take a look at that. But real quick, I want to see if I can find any other baby dinos that I can kill. Try to get a little bit more prime. It's level 25 trike, so that should be manageable. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be plenty of raw prime meat. So while I wait on this RG to tame up, I'm gonna go check on that red drop, and I'll bring everyone back once I get over there if it's got anything good in it. Oh, nice. Alright, so the red drop didn't have anything in it, but the yellow drop had a pair of Ascended flak leggings. Ah, great. I've got a rhino on me. Alright, it's only at level 25, but even at level 25 it's doing a good amount of damage here. I'll see if I can get rid of it. Oh, that's not good either. Just got the message for a server restart here. Okay, I'm away from where I thought it was. This is not good. I'll have to see if I can just take this thing out real quick. Okay. Now, I don't think I'll be able to get back over to the RG before it shuts down. So I'm just going to have to hope that this is going to be a safe spot. And I will see everyone once I get back. And hopefully the RG should be teamed up. And I'll still be safe and alive, hopefully. Alright, I am back after the abrupt server restart and the RG teamed up. The RG actually had one more bite to take, and I thought I had hit record, but apparently I didn't. So anyways, I'm flying back over to my ship right now, and then I'm going to sell it out of this area and down here to the Paranthos island. And I'm going to, well, I'm probably going to actually stop by the islands right here in the middle, just because they are closer. See if I can find a thorny dragon or inky over there. If I don't find anything by those islands, then the next time you see me, I'll be down by the Paranthos desert. So I could go look for the Astraeos, or I could go tame a mammoth. The issue with the mammoths, though, is I always find that they have very low stamina despite their weight that they get. Like, they've got really good weight, and they've also got uh, good weight reduction on the wood. Then you got the beavers, or the castorides, which they have good mobility, they have decent stamina, I think, but they have lower weight, and I don't remember which is actually the better weight reduction between the mammoths and the beavers. And then you got the thorny dragons, which I think are kind of like the in-between for both of them. So I'll probably go down and see about getting the thorny dragon. Anyways, I'm getting over here to my ship, and then I'll sell it down. The ship's not really that fast, so it'll take me a little while to get down there. So I'll see everyone whenever I do get down there. Alright, I'm back again. So I'm over here at the small island just north of the lava island at the Astraeos. Got a 150 male thorny dragon over there. And I believe I saw a 145 female walking around over this way somewhere. I don't see her currently. But I want to see if I can get this male in the trap. I've got a simple, just 2x2 stone trap here. Let me hop off the RG so I can actually see what I'm doing. That is a 150 Anki. Well, if the thorny dragon can't go in this trap, I can put the Anki in at least. And I actually forgot that you can pick up the thorny dragon. So here's what I'll do. I'll grab the Anki out, put the thorny dragon in, tame it up, and then I will go for the Anki afterwards. I actually forgot that you can pick up the thorny dragon with an RG. I thought you needed something bigger. Alright. Make sure it's safe before I try hopping off. Alright, so I don't want to get hit by the thorny dragon if I can avoid it. With this crossbow, I don't think it's going to take too many shots. Wait, is he already? Yeah, he's already out. Well, how about that? Well, let me see if I can find a little bit of raw prime meat. Oh, okay. It looks like it's actually going to take quite a bit for him to tame up. Yeah, it looks like one bite's only given about 8%. So I'm going to need quite a bit more raw prime meat if I can find any. Oh, okay, actually that's another 145 female. So once I tame up the male, I might be able to grab that other female I just saw. I just need to get a little bit more prime if I can. Alright, I got a baby stego. I'm going to fly it back over to the thorny dragon. That way I can kill it and harvest it over there so the prime meat will last longer. Shouldn't take too long for the thorny dragon to tame up, I don't think. But I'll see if I can grab the 145 female that I saw and put her in the trap and get her knocked out as well. And looks like my Anki is over there fighting an Arthro. So I may have to go do something about that here in a moment. Also probably gonna have to try to lead that Dinotherium away from here. Alright, that should be more than enough raw prime for this. Alright, got some raw prime on the male, and I got the 145 female here. I was looking over at the Anki and the Arthro, and it looks like the Anki actually lost. So let me get this female dropped in, if I can. Whew, okay, my RG is taking a beating here. Great. Hopefully I can get this Kentra off. Come on. Alright. I'm definitely going to need to try to heal up my RG after this. But let's see if I can get the female to go to sleep. Alright. Now, she is right next to the male, so she is mate boosted. So she is going to be taking reduced damage and torpor here. Alright, what are your torpor and health? So maybe one more shot. Alright, yep, she's out. Alright, now Dododex says that it's only going to take 12 raw prime meat for them to tame up. But I'll give her a couple extra. And I'm probably going to go see if I can find a little bit more. But I do need to also heal up my RG here. So while these two tame up, I want to go try to heal up my RG and see if I can get any more prime meat. And then I'll have to go try to find a new Anki since the 150 I was going to tame ended up dying. But they're kind of all over the place. I'm pretty sure I'll find another one here soon. Alright, and looks like we got a baby Doed right here. Now, killing these is going to be a bit annoying just because they do ball up. That works. A 150 Anki, just right over there. I lost one 150 Anki, and then there's another one that spawns in this place. So it looks like I'll be able to get all three gathers pretty easily. Now I still don't know where I actually want to place my base at just yet. But having the gatherers will definitely help me to prepare for it. Although I do suppose I could use a thatch gatherer as well. So maybe go see if there's any Megaloceros. Alright, just got a bit more prime there. So I'll go ahead and split what I got here. Alright, I have to get off the RG first. I'll split what I got up between the two thorny dragons. Just in case any of the meat in their current inventory is close to spoiling. Alright, looks like the male's almost up. Looks like maybe another 2 more bites for him. Alright, I am back. Got both of the thorny dragons up. So here's what the male stats are. Sadly, I got quite a bit in oxygen and food. The rest of them, not so great. The melee, or the females, again, pretty high stats and oxygen and food, but better on the health. The male does have the higher melee, so probably going to be the better one for gathering. I'll probably see if I can breed these up to combine the stats at some point, or maybe see if I can find some better ones, unless I decide to go for the Astraeos instead. Alright, so right now, looking at roughly around 50 or so wood per attack. Let's go ahead and bump that up a little bit and see if it changes anything. Alright, so yeah, that did. That looks like it's going up by a good little bit. So that should be the wood done, and then I've also got the doed, which is stone done. And I've got the Inky already knocked out. I was going to wait for the thorny dragons to tame up and then put the Inky in the trap. But instead, I've got the Inky just kind of out in the open over here. It's not ideal, but I don't have any food on the Inky just yet. I think I'm going to let it starve out for a bit. So let's see if I can track it. Alright, so yeah. I think I'm going to let the Inky starve out for a little bit. And in the meantime, I will probably just be using the Doed and the new Thorny Dragon in the area. Just collecting a bit of stone and wood while I wait. So, I'll bring everyone back once I'm ready to tame up the Anki again. Alright, looks like the Anki is almost up. Looks like she just needs one more bite. I did get a little bit of wood and stone collected while I was in the area. If I just hop over here real quick. So I got a little bit of resources. And the Anki just tamed up. So let's go see how she is. Alrighty. 41 health, not bad. Oof, once again, oxygen and food, the two stats that we do not need. Well, oh well. At least I can just carry it around with the RG and harvest up the metal that way. Now, I can't do that with the Thorny Dragon for wood, but I think you can carry the beavers around and they can harvest wood up. So I think I may end up taming a Astraeos if I can find them. I just have to go look around. Well, anyways, I think that's probably going to be all the time I have for on today's episode. So, I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll hopefully see everyone in the next episode. Now, I think what I want to do for the next episode is actually probably... there are the Grand Tutorials on the map, which they spawn down here around the Pyranthos map. Well, I want to try and see if I can tame one of them. I think they're just a simple knockout tame. And another thing I would like to try to find is perhaps an Archelon. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but I do have some biotoxin. I've got a little bit right here, and that's what the Archelons prefer to eat. Also, I want to see if I can make a Anki saddle. I'm almost just a little bit height short, so I'll make that a little bit later. I don't actually need to ride the Anki for it to be able to harvest the metal and flint. Well, anyways, as I said, I think that's going to be all the time I've got for on today's episode. So, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any suggestions you would like to see me do in the series. And until then, I'll catch everyone next time. Have a good day.